Hi, my name is Jacqueline Smith, and I wanted to share with you a little bit about how I started in this opportunity and what it has done for me. So, I had our first son when I was 19 years old, and just like a typical young couple, we were struggling financially. We couldn't afford vacations, staycations. We really couldn't even afford to go down the street. I mean, we would check our cars and we would see if we had enough gas in order to make it even to the next pay period. So that's really kind of how it was. We eventually filed bankruptcy in 2008, and times got worse, if you can imagine. And there were many times where we could not put food on the table, and we would wind up eating dinner at my in-laws, and that's really how life was. And eventually I became very negative in the thought that this was really how life was going to be. That, you worked, you struggled, and there was really kind of no other alternative to life. So eventually things kind of calmed down, and I had our second child. And because of bankruptcy, and I couldn't afford a gym membership anyways, I started watching this infomercial of this guy up there working out, everyone's sweating, and I decided that I wanted to do that. I wanted a challenge. I wanted to get back in shape after having 2 children, and I thought I could do it. I needed something. And so I wound up buying my first Beachbody program and completed it. And as I started reading people's blogs about their transformation and what this workout had done for them, I realized that there was a business side to this. And so I reached out to my coach and I said, I've never been one to really be into this, but my heart is really tugging at it. How do you do this? How do you make money? What do you do? And I think I nagged her for about a month straight and asked her a bazillion questions. And eventually she said, Jacqueline, I think that you just need to try it. And so even though I had no money in my savings account, I had really nothing to my name, I signed up. And I decided that if I could make $100 a month and put towards a vacation for my family, that would be worth it to me. A few months after I signed up, I found out I was pregnant with my 3rd child, and I realized that I couldn't afford daycare for 2 children. And so that became my goal, was to be able to still work and have Beachbody provide the income to pay for childcare. So about 2 years' time, I realized that I was making as much as the dentist that I was working for, and decided that it was pointless to be away from my kids and to come home full time. And so I retired from my 9-to-5 job 2 years after I decided to sign up for this. And I started making a 6-figure income. So fast forward to now, and I've been home for around 5 years now. I've been able to provide my son to go to private school, for him to choose where he wanted to go to school. I've been able to pick up my kids every single day from school or from the bus stop, whichever they choose. I'm there for field trips. We have gone on yearly trips, as well as I've earned yearly trips from Beachbody. And all of this to say that I've gotten the one thing that has really kind of changed my life the most. And that's time. And it's freedom. It's the ability to be able to stop what I'm doing and to talk to my children. To stop what I'm doing and to be able to run up to their school for a Halloween party. It's the ability to say, hey, let's go out of town for the weekend. Oh, okay, you want to sign up for horseback riding lessons. Let's do that. And that is one thing that has been the most beneficial for me. So I hope as you're taking all of this information in from this group, you really think about what your life could be like if you just said yes. And what extra things you would be able to do with even an extra $100, an extra $200? What would that look like for you and for your family? So thank you so much for listening. I hope you enjoy the rest of this group and that I eventually get to say welcome. Welcome into the team and welcome into this family.